going live.
We're live! Woohoo!
We are live. Just like we are here. And everyone can see my puffy eyes.
Well, same with mine. Okay, just so everyone knows, like, we've had these puppy eyes since we were little kids. This is not anything new.
It's not a good sign, Grace, that we have puppy eyes this week.
I don't know. It's beyond me. Anyways, hi everyone. I'm Grace.
And
Gwen,
and
we're a part of that. Sorry. When we were little, we used to sing with our older brothers, and we'd do this intro. It was like, "Hi, I'm Grace. I'm Gwen. I'm Vin. I'm Thor, and we're." And then it was really sappy. But I can smile and look back.
We were in a singing group together, family singing, and we have many memories of that. We can do well. What are we here today to do? First of all, I think we're here talking live because we're going to have a premiere coming out tomorrow morning, and it's the Mary's Mantra.
Yes,
and it's a beautiful feminine mantra that touched me. I was doing a lovely interview on my Welcome to Channeling podcast, and oh my gosh, is it Lisa Espinoza? I'll have to recheck.
I might be.
Who I was working with, and this was a mantra that came through her from Mother Mary. And me and Grace, we have a beautiful connection to, this feminine energy that's trying to mature and, flow through nowadays in the world. And so we really felt drawn to create a beautiful meditation, kind of an initiation experience for people surrounding that phrase of make this into something beautiful.
Yeah, when I watched that episode, there were a couple mantras and phrases that really were powerful for me. And as I was listening, I actually was repeating that phrase, and whoosh, just this incredible release happened. And I said, and then you did a little bit of channeling towards the end, and I'm like, oh, that should be a meditation. And it wasn't exactly what ended up being the meditation, but it was definitely the approach, the kernel of it, the seed of it was there. And I knew that was something that would be beautiful and very beneficial for some people. That ability to be able to let go and allow life to bring you what you desire and find the beauty and the peace within whatever is taking place. And at times be able to let go, forgive, and some of those deeper things that can be challenging. Yeah. I was definitely struggling with a particular person that I was having a hard time forgiving. And being able to use that mantra was a great stepping stone in that path towards allowing me to break that connection with that person and releasing that and being able to be at peace. There's a few other things, of course, that I've done also to help with that process, but it was such a powerful step, such a powerful gift for me. And our desire has always been to provide gifts for people to be and different strategies for people to use to help them in their life, to make their life brighter, to make their life more beautiful, to empower them, to help them understand the incredible divine being that they are. And I knew that particular mantra would be helpful for many, many people. I just wanted to talk a second about the definition and the idea of the divine feminine energy. And, you mentioned this is something that's really seeking to be manifested in the world at this time. And I just wanted to point out this principle or this idea of the feminine energy, or the divine feminine energy, has always been and always will be.
Yes.
We're not creating something new. We're simply allowing and embracing something very powerful and sacred that is already here, and allowing that to be able to be known better by people in this physical existence, and for them to
Mm-hmm.
be able to experience these different types of aspects of the divine feminine, such as being kind, such as intuition, and these type of divine feminine attributes that are becoming more accepted and more desired nowadays. Wise, compassion, heart-centered, intuitive, reflective, creative, kind, collaborative, all of these
Yeah.
principles, these ways of experiencing that are beautiful and powerful and that can assist us in our lives. And it always has been and always will be, not just on this earth, but everywhere. It's impossible for it not to be there, right?
That's correct. And I love what you just said. It gave me a little, connected it into my heart. Um, I think another thing that is important to note is that the divine feminine isn't active without the divine masculine,
Exactly.
and that we're all together. And I think oftentimes I see and I've experienced literally, in my channeling and my connecting, I would see maybe kind of what was considered the Trinity kind of appear to me, and recognizing that the feminine was hidden and held within it, and then she would step forward. And so this was something that really transformed my idea of this idea that that has to be a battle between the masculine and feminine.
There isn't.
That I was working with someone doing a soul massage just the other day, and she was having issues on one side of their body, and this is often a sign of really kind of this polarity and something not being able to be mended into that oneness. And I talked to her about how, isn't it amazing? We're on a path and we're walking, and sometimes one leg thinks that it gets to do all the walking, but it can't. It can't do it alone, but it's fighting to be the one, perhaps in dominance, but both of the feet support each other. As one
Mhm.
is doing one thing, as one is acting in one way and serving in one way, the other is doing in another way, and they both provide support to each other along the path as we walk. And
Mhm.
it's unavoidable unless you think you're going to live your life really greatly by hopping around only on one, and that the other isn't going to serve you. um, you know and some people try to do that. Some people learn how to, you can do is you can say something like, they put on a rollerblade and they're just busy working on that one side. But we all get to learn how to incorporate, ultimately, I think, as we walk forward, each step, that we are leaning on, we are working with each other in support. And this is how I see the feminine really bringing, and you talked about the collaborative efforts,
Mhm. Mhm.
collaboration and connection, community is really
Mhm.
this central idea for the feminine. And when the feminine brings life into the world, the community and the opportunities of it being able to live a vibrant life is so essential. It is a part of the theme of the feminine to feel into that and feel that there's enough expression available, that the expression of life continues and expands and grows, and that there's joy and enjoyment in it, in the connections that occur. So I think this is just one of those things that, um, now, even in the business world, and I just left a message. I have a video up on my new webpage. If anyone here would love to go check out my webpage, www.gwenjuvenal.com. Um,
Yeah.
my introduction video talks about this, talks about how we're rebirthing through our heart, and not the small heart. We're talking about the large heart.
The
We are
big heart.
rebirthing our worlds through a larger picture, a larger story, a larger heart. And as we do so, we get to do that through play. We get to do that through the ability of stepping into new perspectives. We get to do that by
Being
um,
curious.
acknowledging acknowledging the dance that we're in.
Yeah.
And this is, I
Yeah.
think, an inherently beautiful thing, a part of the thing that the feminine naturally wants to bring forward. It
Hmm.
naturally wants to acknowledge this dance. And so, yeah, I encourage any of you, if you haven't checked out my website, it's just up new. There'll be expansion in it. I'm going to be expanding it into community, and I'll be doing group experiences as well that will become available here shortly. I just haven't quite set that up yet. I've been doing them on another system, and now I'm going to be transferring them over to a new system. So I'll be able to jump in. They'll be live on YouTube, but you'll need to sign up for them if you want to be engaged and be involved with them. So I'm excited to bring that forward, to move forward in that way.
Yeah, I've
So,
gotten to experience that group situation with Gwen. And what was really interesting was that we had uh, two other beautiful women with us in that process. And boy, was the divine feminine energy strong there. Holy cow. And that experience was extremely powerful for me, and it pushed me through some resistance that I had to a certain aspect of my life. And boy, is my life different. And it's only been a few weeks. And it's a really exciting thing to allow the thought in your mind that it is possible for change to happen, and for it to happen quickly, when the time is right, when you are willing, when you are open, when you are willing to ask for assistance. It is possible. And that was such a beautiful experience for me. And I remind myself of that experience and some of the things that it taught me today, even today. So I'm promoting Gwen, I guess. No, what I'm just simply saying is that there is power in the divine feminine.
mhm.
And the divine feminine does not reject the masculine in any way, shape, or form. But the
Yeah.
divine feminine does ask for space to explore, space to express, space to experience, space to
Mhm.
discover and learn.
Mhm.
And when the masculine is centered and balanced, it
Mhm.
helps provide that
Yeah.
for the feminine.
It's a
And isn't
supportive it's a
it's a
supportive
supportive
presence, a
presence
playing
for
field. It's
that?
open. Yeah.
Yes. And isn't that a beautiful thing? When the masculine and feminine energies work together, it is so powerful. It creates worlds. It creates everything.
Yeah. Grace,
Sorry,
I
I just
want
love
you
that.
to I love that, and I want you to move your head aside because I'm this
Yes,
divine
I was going to say, that's a painting that Gwen painted a long time ago.
yeah,
And it actually makes me feel Gwen's energy a lot. And it's a little fairy laying on
a
a
flower.
flower.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of some of the feminine qualities that Gwen expresses naturally in herself. And so I enjoyed it so much that I bought it from her. I was like, Gwen, I want to buy that painting from you. She's like, really? This one? Yeah.
Everyone can see
There it is.
a few of my other little pieces behind me.
Yeah.
This is something fun. Okay, I've got to do this. This is so fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to introduce everyone to this thing right here.
Okay.
This
Oh,
being.
yes, yes, yes. That Bing was with us on our group play adventure. That was fun.
This is Nosh, and I'm gonna, there'll be several shorts coming out, and some of them will be introducing people to Nosh here. And I think this is so fun because I've been carrying around this beautiful, lovely alien with me for so many years, and I'd never given him a name. And I was in the middle of play, and we decided it was Nosh. And even then, moments I'm like, huh, it's Nosh with a G. Gnosh. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is about gnosis. It's like, it was like,
What's gnosis? I'm sorry, I don't know
gnosis
what you
is
mean.
kind of this inner knowing that's
Oh,
so deep.
okay.
Okay. And it's
Okay.
like allowing it to have a voice, right? And
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes we're using different tools, different permission slips, different toys to allow us to express an inner knowing, perhaps that maybe our identity isn't quite ready to express or quite ready to own per se.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Mm-hmm.
like we're offering all these lovely permission slips to ourselves
Mm-hmm.
to actually just step into our own and live our lives. And I think it can be funny if we look at it that way, but also it can be a beautiful thing because it can be a tool that we use for ourselves. Anything that we can look at says, oh, that caged me, it can actually also be used to free ourselves. And this is kind of one of the things that I jump into with play and with soul play, but it's also something as the feminine that we really play in a lot, that we can understand and we can play in once we have that space that you talk about, that
Yeah.
space that's there. We can see into these things and we can be a support to each other as we explore. And I wanted to bring up something because the reason why I chose this topic today, and Grace did not know this, is that, see, I always do these surprises to Grace. Surprise!
Oh, it's constant, you guys. She'll call me up. Guess what? Now you need to go do this. Guess what? We're doing this. Guess what? And I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I think so far, Grace, sometimes it can be challenging, but sometimes it can be enjoyable. So, it's not like I'm trying to take Grace's choice away.
If I really didn't want to, I'd just say, no, Gwen, no.
I'm not doing that. I'm not
Like,
doing that.
no, not happening.
Um, but but I've been talking a while about putting up a divine feminine circle, having that experience for the feminine and including in it music, toning, initiations. Since Grace and I did go through the initiations in the Sophia Code, that book, which is really this connection into the divine feminine.
It's
So
an
powerful.
outstanding,
Yeah.
it's an outstanding experience. And I would suggest that if you get the book, you also get the audio book with that
Yeah.
because you are taken through different processes in that book, and it definitely can be beneficial to have the audio with it. So yeah. Anyways, sorry,
Yeah.
just a little
It was
plug. We're not
beautiful.
getting paid for that. We're just saying it's a good book, guys.
Yeah, it was beautiful to go through that because there were so many of these feminine masters who I already had a connection with. And, even going through the initiations that were there, sometimes they opened up even further for me. And it was really beautiful because I got to have these super deep experiences with them. So that's something that was really, really fun for me there. But I want to open up a circle maybe twice a month
Mm-hmm.
where once or twice a month where, the feminine is celebrated and where we're offering an open experience with initiations, with understandings, with processes, with celebration and joy as a community where we're supporting each other and we are maturing and we're building a community of joy and love and building the ability within ourselves to see ourselves as oracles. That's why I added that oracle in there, because as the divine feminine, as we speak through the divine feminine, we're owning our divine power. We're owning our truth. We're owning our light, our love. And as we learn how to do that, as we learn how to walk forward in vision inside of the world we want to be in, then we're here in service. We're here supportive and bringing in what people call the new earth. People call all these different things, but it's a new space. It's a new culture. It's a new kind of experience for people.
It
So
it
the
sounds
Divine
like,
Oracle Circle, that's what I'm
yeah.
Divine Feminine Oracle Circle. And I'm not saying when I said that name, when I did that, it wasn't to exclude men, because actually men can show up, but
Mm-hmm.
when they show up, I want them to be connecting into the feminine with themselves and allowing that to express and allowing themselves to feel that maturation within them, to feel into how they can support the feminine. the feminine energy.
Yeah, I was going to say it sounds like a space of
Mm-hmm.
safety, of love, of empowerment, of creativity, of fun, of
Yeah.
joy, of new discovery, of
Mm-hmm.
power,
Mm-hmm.
creating master creators, creating these, allowing ourselves to show up in that way. I guess you could
Yeah.
say we're all
Yeah.
capable of that. We all
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
We just have to allow ourselves to show up in that way, allow ourselves to grow and progress and create a community that can support us in that process.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really excited to do that, to assist in healing wounds, to assist in helping people, be able to express in their, bring out that feminine quality, the feminine qualities of community, of connection, of celebration, those kinds of things together. And I, I feel so strongly when I go into a group, when two or more are gathered, the energies can be so beautiful and so strong and so powerful, because the intent is there. And we talked earlier about this Mother Mary mantra and the intent
Mm-hmm.
to make this into something beautiful. It doesn't make this bearable. It's not,
Yeah.
it's not, how can I avoid this? How can I run away from this? It's make this into something beautiful. And I talked about it. It's not like we have to make it.
We don't
Oftentimes
make
it's
it. We
just to
just
be
allow
revealed.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oftentimes it's us being able to allow it to be revealed, the beauty of what is happening and the
Yeah.
opportunity it offers. These are the key things that
Mm-hmm.
we that as we claim ourselves as empowered individuals, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we're seeing, number one, the beauty that's there and the opportunity that it offers us in the moment. And when we're aligned into our truth and light, then we can see into the opportunity that's there for us. Whether it be, oh, here's an opportunity to forgive or accept something. Here's my opportunity to be able to walk beyond the identity that I thought I had to be. Oh, here's the opportunity where I acknowledge that I don't have to be caged by this, right?
Yeah.
Whatever that opportunity is in our alignment, in our divine light, we can ask that and we can see into the beauty that is there for us. Oh my gosh, I can see the beauty that was there. It could be, oh my gosh, I see how I've been suffering in this deep way that I wasn't acknowledging before. And now I have the opportunity to step in a new way, to release that idea, that thought, that pattern,
Yeah.
whatever it is. But being able to allow the beauty, the natural beauty, and seeing into how life works, how love works, how choice works, how we can be there for each other. This is what I talk about. This is what I feel the word beautiful is. It implies.
It
It
is.
implies the natural beauty of how things work and how we're here together. So there's this beautiful acknowledgement of that within that mantra, that Mother Mary mantra. It's so beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, that's what I sensed when I first, heard it and I started repeating that. And it wasn't a, oh, I'm going to lay down and just say everything's okay. No, it was, I am saying I am a creator. I'm saying I know there is more for me to learn. I
Mhm.
know that I can trust in this life process and that I can ask for assistance in helping me understand, empowering me to step forward in a new way, to understand things in a new way, all of
Mhm.
these things. And it's a beautiful space. It opens up a beautiful space of wonder and new possibilities
Yeah.
and helps us to open our eyes so we can see the new opportunities and what may be available or what we may create that is different
Yes.
and how we may go about it in a way where we're not bringing, a vindictive heart or, a bitter heart or anything, but that we can step forward in a very peaceful way
Yeah.
into something different or new approach or whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
And so, yes, it is. And I just, having such a powerful experience with the divine feminine is so nourishing. It's so
Mm-hmm.
nourishing to the
Yes.
heart. And it's like being dipped in a pool that is just like soaking into you and saying, it is all right. We are here with you. You can do this,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that there's space. There's space for you to express anguish. There's space for you to explore. There's space for you to discover, oh, maybe I thought wrong about this. There's space for me to say, oh, maybe I am right and I've been letting people walk all over me. There's space for all of that. And there's love and acceptance and nourishment throughout that process.
Yeah. I love that. I love how you express that. A part of it too for me was really the key component in that was talking about the rose or the flowers that are offered to Mother Mary and what the symbolism of that means, what that is saying. And it's, she talks about how it's you offering your open heart. You offering your open heart. And so when we open our hearts and we say, this is my intent. This is my intent. I am offering all the ideas, all the pain, all the things, whatever it is, I'm offering my heart. And as we offer our hearts, this beautiful process can occur within us as we offer our hearts fully, like a blooming rose, right? And
Yes.
and seeing into how we offer ourselves. And this isn't, a traditional way, say, I'll put myself sacrifice on the altar and the demigod is going to come and, eat me up and to be appeased. This is a offering of ourselves into our godliness, ourselves into our highest, most beautiful aspects.
It's offering our egos.
Yeah.
And setting them aside for a moment and saying, yes, thank you, ego. I need you here on this earth. I'm setting you aside, though, for more.
Mm-hmm. And there is more. I am more.
And there is more. I am more.
Yeah.
The blooming that's talked about in this mantra exercise is so beautiful. And there's this flow of energy, of feminine energy that you tap into as you're going through this process that assists in allowing you to open and knowing that we're at the point in this world's development
Mm-hmm.
that we can say we can open our hearts and still be safe.
Yes.
And powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And this helps us find the balance, the ability to do that and say, I am still protected. Even though my heart is open,
mm-hmm.
I am protected.
Yeah.
I am safe. I am safe in Mother Mary's arms. It was so beautiful. I was just like, sorry. I helped create the whole thing and put it all together. And, so I get to experience it in different levels and in different ways multiple times before it actually is put onto our YouTube channel or wherever else that we're posting and putting something. And so I get to benefit in many different ways from experiencing this process. And so feeling that blooming, feeling those waves of opening and opening and opening, and
Mm-hmm.
then hearing you're safe. You are safe. And what a powerful experience that can be for people. So,
Yeah. I love that. Well, I'm feeling like we're coming to a close, but I appreciate you being willing to come on here, go live with me, Grace, and us share with people what's happening in our lives and a lot is happening within our lives, and how we're moving forward, and new opportunities, new things. I will continue to post some live things on my YouTube channel, Gwen Juvenal YouTube channel. And if you haven't checked that out, once again, check it out.
Spell it out for him. Spell it out for him.
It's just Gwen Juvenal. Just look on YouTube for Gwen
Juvenal.
Juvenal. Gwen Juvenal. Yeah. Oh, and I realized we don't have our names up here on our live presentation.
We don't. I'm Grace, by the way, but we said that at the beginning, right? And you said you were Gwen. Gwen Juvenal.
Gwen Juvenal, yes. And so we'll just check that out.
Check out the YouTube, Soul Plate, but I'm guessing you're on it already if you're watching.
Yeah, you're watching right now.
But watch more of the stuff on Soul Plate, okay?
Yeah.
Because we've worked hard to try and provide something really beneficial, and we love comments. We love people to comment and share, good or bad or whatever, whatever their response is. So
yeah,
do that.
Subscribe. Well, we'll be connecting in again sometime soon, but just hope that you check out the premiere tomorrow. And I will be on live there with, if anyone comments, I'll be there, answering any questions, or, saying hello to anyone who joins us live tomorrow. And at the premiere of the Mother Mary's mantra.
Yay!
Yes, turn this into something beautiful. And so I just wish everyone here who are on your quests, living your lives, doing your thing, opening in the ways you are doing, just love and total support. Say, we're here, we're all in this together, and together we rise. Together we rise. And I just hope that you feel that connection and that love, that you aren't alone, even though at times you get to go in deep. Sometimes maybe you get to go in deep, and maybe you feel that aloneness in order to see into the shifts and the changes that you get to welcome in. It's okay. It's a part of the process, just like, one step forward, 1 foot forward, and then another foot forward. It's a shifting, moving process that we're in right now. But it's all held in divine love. And so I hope you all can feel that and welcome that into your life. Know that you are safe, and that there are people, we are all here looking out for each other and wanting to look out for each other. And let's move forward together, and look for upcoming events of the Divine Feminine Oracle Circle. Please join us. You can go to my website, gwenjuvenal.com. That's where you will sign up for it. And we'll be doing music, we'll be doing mantras, we'll be doing initiations, we'll be doing exploration and expression. It will be fabulous.
Sounds good.
Sending love to you all. Thank you so much for being with us today, and we'll catch you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.